Hey guys, I want to share a quick wedding hack with you about ceremony chairs. If you need to provide them, meaning you're not at a church or temple with pews or seats built in, you want to overset by about 5 to 10% of your count. Now, I'm not trying to needlessly spend your money, but after over 400 weddings, I've seen this happen a lot. And this weekend I was able to get a good pick of why I recommend this. Think back to your high school days for this one. Or maybe last time you went to a movie without assigned seats. Just like in classrooms, the first guests tend to grab a spot in the back or middle of the seats as more guests come in, but the majority of the seats are still empty. People naturally leave spaces in between groups. Remember how annoyed you get when someone sits right next or in front of you in an empty movie theater. That's what people are avoiding at first. The problem comes in when we're ready to start the ceremony, and we ask everyone to take their seats, because they will inevitably be chatting and standing by the entrance. These empty spaces make it look like the seats are full, or force groups to split up. In addition to this, just like a classroom, people naturally avoid the first few rows at a ceremony, unless they've been specifically told they are reserved for them. And no latecomers want to be escorted to the front row. What happens then is that guests panic, asking us for more seats. We certainly encourage guests to scoot together or direct them to the front few rows, but they are typically not happy about this. Last month we had guests that were so insistent that we bring in more chairs, even though we could see empty seats, that we were forced to delay the ceremony while we set them up. But don't stress, I have a few ways to avoid this situation. The easiest and most foolproof is to order that 5 to 10% over your guest count to ensure you have enough. Do keep in mind that your wedding party, and possibly parents may be standing during the ceremony. So just ordering your full guest count may give you enough extra to cover this. The other options won't cost you anything, but will rely on some family or friends to help out. If you have ushers or hosts, aka someone greeting and directing guests as they come into the ceremony site, make sure they are instructing guests to not leave empty seats between groups. Give them specific instructions as to who is supposed to be in the first few rows, so they know which seats are open for all other guests, and encourage them to make sure someone sits there. In addition to this, I highly recommend you invite people to sit in those first couple of rows before the wedding, so they don't feel awkward or uncomfortable sitting there on the wedding day. This is a perfect role for close family or friends that are not a part of the wedding party. You can let them know that you want to make sure the first few rows don't end up empty, so you've saved them a spot in __row.